Hello, everyone. This is Dan Riley for Sports Talk. Many pro leagues, per reports, are closing locker rooms, including the NBA, Major League Soccer, National Hockey League, and Major League Baseball. There's nothing more disturbing than when the real world affects the games we play and watch. When pro sports leagues close locker rooms over stuff like this, that speaks volumes as to how seriously the coronavirus is being taken. Look, I'm not going to change my mind that paranoia is not an excuse for stupidity as far as this virus is concerned. However, I applaud these leagues for their approach. I do know some precautions these leagues can take, the NFL included. First, let's start with the fact that simply washing down equipment is a smart move. Hockey sticks, jock straps, basketball shoes, wash them. It's common knowledge soap and water kills germs. We can't have LeBron James getting the coronavirus because his jersey wasn't put in the washer this morning. No way. Second, let's make sure all four major pro sports on the continent of North America, as well as every other pro sports league in the world, make sure teams can put players on injured reserve when they come down with symptoms. That's right, injured reserve, done for the year. Look, it's a good thing to force guys to sit out all year with this particular thing for two reasons. One, good publicity. Leagues can't lose fans over this because a star player spread the disease to some of his fans. Second, with an illness that's killed at least a few thousand people, you can't take chances. Look, no doubt, baseball took a hit during the flu pandemic of 1919. Diseases spread in big crowds like stands at ballparks, but you know what? It would have been a smart move not to go to a game. Same thing in the NBA's case here, having games without fans. Again, I'm not talking about going to extremes like canceling games. No. I'm talking about preventative measures. Let's make that clear. Players need to be allowed to skip practice if they have symptoms. Locker rooms need to be sprayed down, stuff like that. Team doctors should be required by these leagues to check for symptoms as often as possible, say every 3 or 4 days. Pro sports is in a spot where games are not an issue. Health is for everyone in that stadium. Healthy as pro athletes are, I'm not expecting any of them to drop dead if one gets sick. Could it spread through locker rooms? Yes, absolutely. That I will not deny. Professional sports needs to take steps to make sure the games are as little a threat to public safety as possible. First, it was the threat of terrorism after 9/11 and the anthrax attacks that followed. Now, the coronavirus is a threat to stadiums. It's just a sad fact players, coaches, and everyone involved with sports need to live with now. Look, again, this isn't about being paranoid. This is about taking reasonable steps to minimize the spread of this thing, period. I'll admit, no. When real life invades sports, it's not pretty. It wasn't at the Munich Olympics back in the 70s. It wasn't when the Atlanta Olympics was bombed. It wasn't and won't be when this sickness showed up in the news. But sports can adjust. Because, look, in the end, it has no choice. I don't expect deaths at stadiums. I don't expect mass graves because the virus broke loose at Yankee Stadium, anything like that. I do expect bad press if, say, LeBron James comes down with this, or Lamar Jackson has to be tested for the virus in Baltimore. Pro sports cannot afford anything like that, for many reasons. This is Dan Riley for Sports Talk. So long.